Tesla may be about to release a brand new, cheaper Model Y, different than what we've ever seen before. It's coming any day, and I've got the proof to back it up. Plus, we've got some exciting updates coming to all Teslas that no one is talking about. It's out right now, and it's a really big deal. I've got some updates on the new low-cost Model 2, and also an all-new Model 3 refresh is coming, but this time it's the performance version. It just leaked early, and it's going to be a really big deal. As always, there's a whole lot of news in the wild world of Tesla to break down, so let me break down all the big headlines, all the leaks, all the rumors. Here's all the big news happening in the wild world of Tesla that you need to know about right now. So one of the first big stories of the week has to do with Tesla's all-new mass-market $25,000 vehicle. Now, there are rumors on what this could be called. Right now in the community, it's sort of being called the Model 2. It's the smaller, slower, cheaper little brother to the Model 3 that should be hitting the roads sometime next year. And over the last week or so, we've actually learned a lot about this car, including sort of an inside look at Tesla's design lab as to what this vehicle could look like. We got some excerpts from Elon's biography from Walter Isaacson. CBS Sunday Morning did a piece where we got this photo of inside Tesla's design studio, and more puzzle pieces are sort of coming together to give us our best look yet at what this very polarizing Cybertruck-esque vehicle might just look like when it hits the road next year. And to clarify, what we're hearing right now from various sources and from Elon's biography itself is that Tesla is building this new next-generation vehicle platform, and they intend to build two vehicles off of this platform. One is the mass-market $25,000 car, and the other, basically the exact same version of this car minus a couple of features, is going to be the long-awaited, long-rumored robotaxi. Now, in order for Tesla to build this significantly cheaper car, they've got to find some big ways to cut costs, and one of those is going to be in the manufacturing process of this vehicle itself. Judging from the concepts and what we know, not only is the car going to be significantly smaller than the Model 3, for example, but Reuters says that Tesla will be using their all-new gigacasting process to build this next-generation vehicle platform, these two vehicles, faster and cheaper than any other Tesla before it. To put it simply, Tesla will be able to build the bulk of their cars off of one piece instead of hundreds or thousands of pieces like other models on the assembly line right now. This GigaPress system should drastically cut down on the complexity and cost of building this vehicle, and Tesla's going to take those cost savings and put it to the price of this new said vehicle. And what we're hearing right now is that internally, Tesla is sort of hoping this will be, and planning for it to be, their big mass market car. They're hoping that everyone around the world is going to drive this thing. It seems like they're going to build it initially in Texas, but it could be later built at Giga Shanghai, at Giga Mexico, Giga Berlin, other parts of the world. So they want to have a streamlined process that's as simple and cost effective as possible. And if they really do want to ramp up production and make this vehicle at scale, they're going to need to have everything as streamlined and cost-effective as possible to make this happen and make this $25,000 pre-incentive Model 2 a reality. Moving on from that, some other exciting news is that Tesla just built their 5 millionth vehicle, which is super cool. But the announcement, while it's exciting, was also sort of shrouded in controversy and mystery, because what's weird about this is that while they did build their 5th millionth car, everyone could acknowledge that, Tesla's only saying what that car was in China, because in particular, the car here, their 5th millionth model, was a pearl white refresh Model 3 based off of the new Highland design. And what's funny about this is that still to this day, Tesla in North America, the official Tesla account and any Tesla employees, will not confirm this car exists. Elon hasn't said anything about this new vehicle. Tesla North America has said nothing about this vehicle. No one will acknowledge there is a new Model 3 out because they probably don't want to cannibalize sales of the current Model 3 that is currently in this market until we get the new Highland Model 3 sometime next year. So what's funny about this is that while some accounts are celebrating and showing off this cool group photo of what this vehicle is, other parts of Tesla are going on business as usual because they just can't admit, for whatever reason, this new Model 3 Highland actually does exist. Tesla has also officially announced that their partnership with Hertz is going into a much deeper connection level now, allowing you as a Tesla owner to sync your profile to the cloud and then sort of restore that access in your Hertz rental. So if you didn't know, Tesla has a cloud profile system where you can save just about everything in your car, your mirror positions, seat positions, your steering wheel positions, your media sources, all of your logins, your audio settings, all of that in your cloud profile. So as you jump between one Tesla and another, and as long as the Tesla is connected to your Tesla account, then you can have all those settings synced seamlessly. So in my example here, I have my Model Y, my wife has her Model 3, we're both on one account. So being able to sort of get in each other's cars and have all our settings there is really nice. And now that's going to basically extend to your rental as well if you're renting a Model 3 or Model Y from Hertz. Basically now, if you're using the same account, you'll not only have all of your settings, all your media sources, everything in your rental, but you'll also have full app access on your phone as well. So this is really nice if you're sort of a Tesla driver at home, you want to go on a road trip, or you go to a new destination and you want to rent a Tesla through Hertz, you can now have all of your settings and everything seamlessly taken over to your rental car for you. Really, really cool to see this new level of connection. Really awesome to see. All right, next, let's take a moment to talk about something very interesting in this video and also very controversial, and that is the mystery of the canceled Model Y. What exactly is Tesla doing? And if you wanted to buy this vehicle, what should you do? Now, for those who may have missed the news, Tesla quietly removed the standard range Model Y from their configurator here in the US about a week or so ago. And this is a unique model because, well, it's the standard range model. It's the cheapest model you can get here in the US. But unlike the international model, this is a dual motor variant vehicle. It's not a rear wheel drive model. It's dual motors. It's got the full sound system. It comes with floor mats. It's basically exactly the same as the long range, minus a little bit of performance and a little bit of battery capacity. And also, it is one of the only Teslas as of right now to use the 4680 structural battery pack. I say right now because that's about to change, and that might be the reason this model was just canceled. The current prevailing theory in the Tesla rumor mill right now is that Tesla is halting production and basically canceled this Model Y because they're going to need those 4680 battery cells for Cybertruck, which as of right now, this very moment, is currently being ramped up in the production phase at Giga Texas for deliveries, hopefully starting any day now. And if a large percentage of the now over 2 million estimated reservation holders do end up taking delivery of the Cybertruck, then Tesla is going to need all the 4680 cells they can get their hands on, which means we might not see this standard range Model Y return for quite some time. We're talking months, if not years, if we ever actually see it return at all. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be all doom and gloom here, but if we look at Tesla's own history, we know they have no problem at all taking a vehicle off their website and not selling it for months and months and months, if not canceling it altogether. For example, you might remember a few months ago that one of Tesla's most popular models, the long-range Model 3, could not be ordered here in North America, or I guess maybe specifically the United States. I don't remember how far that cancellation went, but it was unavailable for months and months and months. You could not order a Model 3 long-range vehicle until Tesla brought it back a couple of months ago. The standard range Model Y was official, then it was off menu, then it was canceled, then it was brought back. This car has already had a very bumpy history, and this might just be the final nail in the coffin, I'm sorry to say. And it is totally possible that Tesla has canceled this vehicle and we never see it again because, well, they simply don't need it. They've got the long-range Model Y, they've got the performance model, there are tax incentives. This could just be the end of the line for the standard range model. But I also think that Tesla does have a backup plan that they could definitely put into place that would save this model and keep it as one of their competitive advantages. And that is to basically software lock the vehicle. You might remember a couple of weeks ago, we got the very short-lived standard range Model S and Model X that were the exact same vehicles as their long-range bigger brothers, but they simply were software locked. They had a little bit less range, less performance. Tesla software locked it down, and as a result of software locking features, we're able to sell that car at a bit of a discount. Of course, this vehicle wouldn't have the 4680 structural battery pack, but I don't know if people buying this car, most of them necessarily cared about that, and Tesla could certainly take a long-range Model Y, they could software lock down the battery and the performance and a little less range, and then sell that car for the exact same price as what the previous standard range Model Y was, because I think it was only a couple of $1,000s cheaper, it wasn't anything crazy, so I could totally see them reintroducing this car as just a software locked version and offering it for those who want it. I'm not sure how many people actually bought that standard range vehicle, probably enough to justify them bringing it back in some capacity, but as we know now, probably not enough people buying it to keep it around and sacrifice those 4680 cells that they desperately need right now for Cybertruck. I should also mention that what makes the story even a little bit more complex is that one, according to some insiders, Tesla is planning to raise prices on the Model Y very soon, so be on the lookout for that. And also, there are current rumors that Tesla is going to cancel the standard range rear-wheel drive Model Y in China. Now, it's unclear if this is going to happen, if this is all Model Ys being made from Giga Shanghai or just in the Chinese market, we don't know, but definitely a lot of bumps in the road for this standard range Model Y, and hopefully it comes out on top better than ever after all this, but as of right now, you just can't buy it. All right, moving on from that, I've got some good news for those of you who own a pre-2021 Model 3, I believe. If you don't have a powered trunk, listen up, because Tesla is now offering an official powered trunk retrofit option for you if you want to pay for it. Now, whether it's worth it to you or not is sort of up to you and how much you use the trunk, but at a price of $800, it certainly isn't cheap, but Tesla does include the labor and the parts, and it does look basically like factory OEM after it's done. It does look very nice, and you can have it done if you value that. I've also got a bit of new info on the new Highland Refresh Model 3 you're going to want to know about. One is that if you're in certain countries that are taking orders and starting deliveries in October, some lucky customers are already getting some emails now notifying them to put in their info because deliveries are going to start to be happening very soon. And also, you might remember that a couple of weeks ago, there was a lot of discussion about a performance Model 3. We got the new standard range offering, we got the long range, but what happened to the performance model? We had heard some rumors that Tesla was still doing some final testing and it was going to be coming soon, and it looks like soon may be basically any time now, because we've got new information that the Model 3 Performance, this refreshed version, has now leaked in regulatory databases and should be coming very soon as a brand new option for those who want the very best performance on this all-new Model 3. Of course, it's going to have all the features of the Highland Refresh. It's going to get the redesign on the outside, the new features on the inside. It's going to be a great update, but we still don't know three major things. One is what new, maybe Uber turbine wheels we could get on this model. We also, of course, don't know what a performance spec of this model is going to be, if it's going to differ from the last performance version we had. And we also don't know pricing. Tesla didn't change pricing too much on the Model 3 refresh that we just got, but performance could be another story. Hopefully we'll learn more about that soon as the leaks just keep coming, and we now know this is official, and hopefully will be coming as soon as Model 3 Highland goes on official sale and delivery in just a couple of weeks. I've also got some exciting updates to talk about for all Teslas. I feel like it's been a while since we've gotten any big significant software updates, so some new features are finally here, which is very exciting to see. One new feature that many owners are very excited about is that you can now place your Tesla wall connector in the Tesla app. You can pair your wall connector within your Tesla mobile app and then be able to not only sort of independently control it, but also see its status, control a schedule of charge, and do all that for the wall connector itself, and not do it from the car specifically. So maybe you have a home with two Teslas, you want to be able to make sure that they start charging at the same time. Instead of having to configure each car individually, you can now sort of just set up the wall connector and configure the schedule on there, and then it's going to be universal and sort of apply to any car that's plugged in. Sort of cool, nice little quality of life feature that's very nice to see. There's also a big new feature here for older Tesla drivers like myself that dramatically improves the camera quality of Hardware 3 cameras. We know that the Hardware 4 camera system brings significantly higher quality and higher resolution cameras to Teslas, currently on the Model Y, Model S, and Model X, but sometimes software can work some magic. And in the latest update here, 2023.32.4, Tesla has done some software tweaking to significantly improve the quality, mainly the color reproduction of Hardware 3 cameras. This is great for when you're using the blind spot indicator, when you're backing up, when you want to see the cameras around your car, especially for Sentry Mode and Dashcam features as well. Having these cameras is great, but on Hardware 3, they always had sort of this red, grainy tint to them. They never looked the best. Now, with some software magic, Tesla seemingly has fixed it, made them more clear, fixed the white balance, and just made them better with a free over-the-air software update. Very cool to see this. Some other exciting news I'm excited to share is that after a multi-year hiatus, Tesla is finally bringing back their factory tours in the form of a unique referral reward. Now, I should say that some in the community are a little frustrated since Fremont factory tours used to be free, but after a multi-year hiatus, Tesla has not brought this back as a redeemable reward that you can get if you refer people to do demo drives or purchase a Tesla. The price is 15,000 credits, and for that virtual currency, you and 3 guests get the ability to take a tour of one of Tesla's factories. It's going to be in Fremont, Texas, or Giga Berlin if you're in Europe as of right now. The Fremont factory tour date was set for October 26th, for example. Austin and Berlin appear to be TBD as of right now, and it seems like what Tesla's going to do is set a date, allow people to sort of reserve their spot, and then sort of do these throughout the year. We don't know frequency, we don't know if it's once a month, once every other month, no idea, but at least for the time being, you can check your referral redemption in the Tesla app and see if there's a factory tour happening near you sometime soon that you can redeem and get your spot in line for. And I was actually thinking of redeeming this and sort of filming the process for you guys. That'd be a really cool video, but a little reading suggests that that's not possible because Tesla is very clear that no photos or videos are allowed on the tour. So figured if I couldn't film it, what's the point of redeeming it? I would love to do a factory tour, but to waste the points and not get any sort of content for this channel just isn't something I want to do as of right now. All right, guys, so I'm curious, what are your thoughts on the Tesla news of the week? Your thoughts on the Model Y standard range cancellation? You think they're going to bring that back? Your thoughts on some new software features? Your thoughts on the $25,000 Model 2? Let me know all your thoughts down below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for your support. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.